Look, first thing I want to say is, you know, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to show, and I believe it truly. And I know I was overreacting with one game, but I'm not going to be the one that's going to sit there. You're not going to see me sit there and say Jalen Hurts is back to his old ways. Jalen Hurts is a bum, this, that. Because at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles offense line was terrible. But if you watched my All 22 yesterday, when I broke it down, and if you didn't, go check it out. That All 22 showed that Jordan Mailata and Landon Dixon, that offensive line, Lane Johnson, on the right side, was horrible. It was horrible. You can't put this on Jalen Hurts, man. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts did enough as he could. But, this game versus the Patriots reminded me a lot like the Lions game. And everybody was overreacting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying, is Jalen Hurts going to do anything? Is he going to live up to it? Oh, he just runs. And what happened? The Philadelphia Eagles go week 2 versus the Vikings, and they beat the brakes off of them. And I expect it again. You got guys like Dan Sileo. I'm going to call him a Clown Sileo. That's his name, Clown Sileo. You out here talking about Jalen Hurts is can't read a defense. But if you couldn't read a defense, then explain to me what Josh Allen was doing. Josh Allen can't read the defense, right? Did he need to throw 3 picks yesterday? Did Joe Burrow read the defense? Because he was horrible. You won't do that, Dan. See, you over there, you talk about my quarterback. And I wish Jacob Sports Media, whatever that platform is, I wish they would give you a partner. Because some of the things you say is ignorant, man. And it's no idea what you be saying sometimes. You saying Nakobe Dean didn't show you nothing. Did you watch the All 22? Nakobe Dean was out there before the injury making plays, man. You just be saying stuff. And the thing is, you have no idea what you be talking about. Did we have our best game on that Sunday? No. We didn't. But when you don't play for a while, that's what happens. You're not going to jump out right away and be effective. That's not how it works. That's why I've been saying during preseason, play Jalen Hurts 1 snap. But people didn't want to hear that. And Nick Sirianni didn't want to hear that. And you saw the rust. And I expect it to be better, man. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful game. Because I'm telling you right now, all these naysayers that saying Jalen Hurts can't read a defense, all these idiots on Twitter talk about Jalen Hurts is a bum. I told y'all last year, and I'll tell you again, I'm going to get the last laugh. Because y'all think Jalen Hurts is not this quarterback. And I'm telling you right now, he's didn't change one bit. That offensive line was horrible for the Eagles last night. That Sunday versus the Patriots. They were horrible. Watch my All 22. Watch how they couldn't stop a nosebleed. They were horrible. And part of it was because of the fact that, they haven't joked because they haven't played preseason. The joint practice, they're not really hitting. You know what I'm saying? So, again, when did the Eagles start turning up? Versus the Vikings, right? And when do you think they're going to turn up again against the Vikings? It's always a repeat history. You ever notice that? This is a game where I know the Eagles will go in and show that they're that team. I expect Brian Johnson tomorrow to be better with the play calling. I expect it. I know he will. So I know that he's fixing up a good game plan tomorrow. And I expect Jalen Hurts to knock every one of them. Naysayers are saying he can't read defense. And all these haters are saying he was a bum. Y'all were quiet last year. Dan Sileo, you were quiet last year, weren't you? You had nothing to say about him not reading defense then. But now you got something to say. This is why no one respects you, dude. The way you come out, the way you say things, the way you represent the company that you have a platform on. Jacob Media should be ashamed of himself for having you on there. You are embarrassing, dude. And I wish someone would give you a partner, because I would love to see how a real analyst or a real person who can debate you can make you look so stupid. You out here talking about Jalen Hurts as a running back. You didn't say anything about Josh Allen today. I saw your show. You were making excuses. Then you say Mac Jones better than Jalen Hurts. But you were saying last year Mac Jones was trash. So now you switching up once again. You didn't give Jordan Davis his credit. You called him a bust. You out here looking embarrassing each and every time you open your mouth, dude. It just stop. Just stop and admit when you're wrong, dude. Because you sound ridiculous. You don't know what you be talking about. And the funny thing is you're on Twitter talking like you're an expert and you're not. You never covered the Philadelphia Eagles. You never been part of the Eagles. Your whole career is sad. Your whole career as an NFL player, you were no different than a practice squad player, man. And you didn't even do anything on a real team. You played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude. Why don't you cover them? You out here covering the Eagles every time, man. For what reason? You don't even follow the Eagles. You've never been part of the Eagles organization. But yet you have a whole platform. You have a whole network about them. Every time it's about Jalen Hurts and his Eagles team. What happens when Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl? Then what? You ain't going to have nothing to talk about. And you know the funny thing is, your podcast is going downhill. Because you're not going to have anything to talk about. Because if Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl and he shows you again, even though he showed you last year, because let's check, I don't know what quarterback who can't read a defense takes a team to a Super Bowl. That was stupid on your part for saying that. Because if that's the case, then why can't Josh Allen not read the defense? He threw 4 pick shots against the Jets. Did you say anything about him? What about Mahomes? Could he read the defense? He wasn't good versus the Lions. But we'll make excuse for him. We love making excuses for other quarterbacks. We won't make excuses for certain ones. It's pathetic, dude. It's embarrassing that you have a platform. It's embarrassing that you talk about this Eagles team like you know what you're talking about. You're on Twitter like you're an expert. And you're not. Every Eagle fan clowns you. And you got nothing to say because you can't say nothing. The only reason why you have a job is because Jacob Media is desperate. They must be because they hired you. They could have hired someone else. I'd rather watch Philly 500 because at least he would have a better platform than you do. You bring him on, you lie to him all the time because you say one thing, you don't keep it real when he's on there. Ever notice that? Ever notice when he's on with a Philly 500, he doesn't keep it real with him? You know what I'm saying? You're out here switching up. But you're the first one to say something when he's not there. You know what I'm saying? You're the first one to sit there and discredit Jalen Hurts. But you won't say it to Philly 500 when he's on your channel, on your platform. You try to make it like you agree with him. You a goofball, man. You a goofball. And anybody watches you don't know football or they're just desperate. They love drama. You're the same dude who thought Devontae Smith wasn't a better pick than Najee Harris. Who says that shit? You're the same guy who thought Brock Purdy was better. You have nothing to talk about, man. And I wish you would stop talking about my team, honestly. Let the other fans who have a platform that talk about the Eagles, let them talk about the Eagles. You have nothing to say. You're no different than Stephen A. Smith. You're no different than these booger eaters out here on ESPN, on the platforms. Just talking. I bet you if I have you on my platform, I would embarrass you. That's why you won't go on anybody's platform. You know damn well you would get embarrassed. Because the things you would say, I wouldn't let you slide with it. You don't watch film. You clearly don't. You don't know what you're talking about half times. And you sound stupid, bro. So I pray that Jacob Media gives you a partner for your own good, because you're going downhill with your podcast. And you might be just one of those, ignorant people who don't see anything wrong with what you do. You're just that type of person probably. But I hope that you take the advice, man, and get a partner, dude. Because you don't know what you talk about half times. And your show is not educational at all. You don't bring anything special. Then you run around here like you're an expert. He run around talking about the Jets card Carson Wentz. How do you know? How do you know? You run around here like you're Adam Schefter, man. Give me a break, dude. You're the most annoying ass sports talk sports talk podcast slash person out there, man. You have nothing to say. So my advice to you is, unless you know what the hell you talk about and you watch the games, stop talking. That's why no one respects you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know one thing. Jalen Hurts is going to go out there and ball. And the funny things, people want to sit there, and I already see some of these YouTube, not all of them, but some of them already talk about Jalen Hurts had a bad game. No, Jalen Hurts had a bad game, but so did his offensive line. If you think Brian Johnson had a good offensive coordinator on that Sunday, you just don't know what you're talking about. His offensive coordinating job was terrible. He did not put Jalen Hurts in the best position to win. And you want to be real? Without Jalen Hurts throwing the ball to Devontae Smith, if we don't score at least one, we don't win this game. We don't win this game. You know what I'm saying? If Jalen Hurts doesn't escape out of those sacks that you saw him do, where he has to run away because of the pressure in his face, he would have got sacked 16 different times against the Patriots. So again, man, people don't know what they're talking about. They just talking heads. And they get hired just because of what? Because you played in the NFL? So what? That doesn't make you qualified to be on sports, talking sports. You gotta have passion. See, a lot of people think I don't know what I'm talking about. And there's some people who think that I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's fine. But when I watch all 22 and I see the offensive line get pushed back, I can't blame it on just Jalen Hurts. Yeah, was he perfect? No. He hasn't played all season. But he's going to show it this Thursday. I cannot wait till they shut him up, till he shuts everybody up, man. And you funny for tagging Jalen Hurts. That's the dumbest thing you ever did, dude. Dan Silly out here tagging Jalen Hurts, man. You do know that you just gave him more motivation. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. So again, man, I'm excited for Thursday night, man. I'm excited for this Eagles team. We're going to take care of business. We're going to blow it. We're going to take care of business. We're going to show why we're that team, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to show why we're that team for real. I don't care about what we did this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? If we fix the mistakes, so what? We run around here like the season's over. There's some Eagle fans already saying, oh, the season's done, man. Can you all wait till week 4 for y'all to say that? You know what I'm saying? Was it a frustrating game? Absolutely. And we will rant and rave. That's just fans. That's who we are. But I would never say my quarterback is a wildcat quarterback. You will never hear that out of my mouth. Because that's just not true. Because a wildcat quarterback doesn't throw those balls that he threw last year. You know what a wildcat quarterback is, don't you, Dan? Since you love using that. You don't even know what a wildcat quarterback is, because how can you say that? When he showed he can throw the ball, he can read the defense. Makes no sense. These guys get paid to talk out their ass and they don't know what they're talking about. But yet they won't hire guys who have a platform like the Eagles. You out here hiring guys like Dan Sleal. Man, that's embarrassing, dude. Anybody who listens to that guy, man, you must either be bored or you must just want to hear football. Because I don't know how you can listen to this guy and come out with intelligence. Yeah, does he get some things right? He does. With the Gannon thing, he got that right. But most of the times he's wrong. And he doesn't admit when he's wrong. And I hate that about anybody who don't admit that. When I'm wrong, I admit things when I'm wrong. When I was wrong about Sidney Brown, I admitted I was wrong. When I was wrong about Jalen Hurts, when I didn't like the pick when we drafted him, but when he took over for Carson Wentz, I admit when I was wrong. These guys out here holding grudges. They are making fake profiles. Talk about having a profile named Jalen can't read the defense. You took your whole time to talk about a man that you've never seen in your lifetime, who makes more money than you do, and has a better career than you ever will have. It's sad, dude. It's sad that we got some fans who still think that Jalen didn't prove him nothing. I don't know what else you want me to say. Because Jalen can definitely throw the ball, and I expect him to bounce back. That was just one of his games where he was rusty, and it happens. Josh Allen looked rusty, didn't he? He threw 3 picks. Why ain't anybody saying anything about him? He played worse than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts didn't throw 3 picks. But we won't do that. We'll blame the offensive line. We'll blame the receivers. The man have Diggs and freaking, Davis, and yet we'll make excuse for him. We'll make excuse for him. We'll make excuse for him. We will not hold him accountable, but we'll hold Jalen Hurts accountable, right? Right? We will do that. Mahomes, he gets free passes, right? Well, he didn't have his weapons. Oh, I thought you said he was one of the greatest, right? Oh, now you don't like when he don't have weapons, right? But you complain about my quarterback having weapons. Let me remind everybody again, no quarterback in the NFL will not survive in the NFL without weapons. You have to have, let me say it again, any quarterback who don't have weapons don't usually make it. They don't make it to the playoffs, and they don't make it to championships. You have to have weapons. I don't care what quarterback you are. The greatest quarterbacks in the NFL history, Joe Montana had weapons. He had elite defense. And that's why they were a dynasty. John Elway had weapons. And that's why for a while they won Super Bowls, or they went back to Super Bowls. Even Steve Young had weapons. You know what I'm saying? So again, when people tell me that quarterbacks don't need weapons, you don't know what you're talking about. You pick any quarterback you want to pick, and I guarantee you they had somewhat weapons before they didn't. And when they didn't, they either collapsed or they, they win some games here and there. But eventually it comes back and bites you. And I'm telling you right now, when they traded Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins, it's infecting Patrick Mahomes now. Because, yeah, he can take them to a Super Bowl with probably less weapons. But eventually it's going to catch up to you because you're not going to be able to do that all the time. You need weapons in this league. And I hate when people say Jalen Hurts don't need all that. Well, who are you? Who are you to say that? You'd rather watch a guy not succeed because you're bitter? Take the Carson Wentz poster down, dude. He's not coming back. I don't know what you want me to say. Take the Nick Foles poster down. Take the Carson Wentz poster down. Take the Sam Bradford poster down. The McNabb. It's over. It's time to put the Jalen Hurts poster up and support your quarterback. What did my guy There's the Eagle 90 shot to him say? Either you're with this team or you're not. Don't come back when we're winning. Because I see a lot of people, they switch up when we do bad. And the funny thing is I see the real and I see the fake. The real ones are going to stick with this team no matter what. The fake ones are going to find a way to not support this team when they're bad and when they're up and down. And when they start winning, they'll be back. And they'll be acting like they didn't just disrespect their quarterback. I see it. I peep it. I know exactly who they are. I'm not going to say no names. But I know. And most of them have platforms too, which is embarrassing. Because if you're giving it up on Jalen Hurts after one game, then you're not for real as a fan. You weren't there from the beginning, and you show, once again, you're not a real fan. Because a real fan, no matter what, sticks with good or bad. We can be 0-17 and I'll still support this team. I might be pissed off. And I might rant, I might call for people's jobs. But I will always support this team. You will never see me with another logo except an Eagles logo. That is my team, good or bad. And there's a lot of people who switch up, and I hate that. You're either with this team or you're not. If you're not, go find a new team right now and don't bother coming back when we're winning. Because the real ones are going to support no matter what. And you got a lot of people who are already talking about, oh, the season's over. It's one game. Seriously. Can we relax a little bit? Grow up, Peter Pan. Seriously. It's one game. Was it not a great game? No, it wasn't a great game. It wasn't a perfect game. It was one of the worst games this year. But we won, though. And that's all that matters, man. When you look at it, we got the W. There's some things we got to improve. And I was on my rant when I was with Where You Hiding. You know, I did say it don't matter when we win because I was upset because I had expectations for this team. And I set my team to high standards. And I know they do too. If you think they set this the way they perform, I know they didn't. I expect a better game this Thursday, and I expect us to go out and dominate. This is where last year we started off hot, and we won games. This is where we won the games. This is the game where you can start over and dominate. The Vikings last year, what did we have our best first game as the Eagles team? The Minnesota Vikings. And who are we versing this week? The Minnesota Vikings tomorrow. So why not? Can we not go out there and show them? We're going to show them. I'm telling you, man. We're going to show them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Let's read the comments real quick. Damn, you do more streams on the Eagles than Philly YouTube. I don't know what the hell you're saying, dude. But again, man, if you don't like it, you can leave. There's always the unsubscribe button. You don't have to watch. And the reason why I'm doing more live streams is because I like talking to people, number one. I love talking to my fan base. Even the trolls. Thank you for coming in and trolling. You know what I'm saying? You wasted your time because you gave me views. And I love that. Please hit that like button for sure. If you want. If you don't, it is what it is. Number two, my storage is full. So I can't really make a video. But really, I just want to bother you. So did it work? Did it make you mad? Did it make you mad? I'm just wondering. Because you're over here talking to me. You're on my platform. I don't understand if you don't like someone, you wouldn't come all the way just to make a comment. So you must hurt your feelings. It really does. And I want to say I enjoy hurting trolls' feelings. So let me continue making you mad. Let me keep on streaming. And you just worry about sitting back and being and sit there and pout with your arms crossed. Okay? With you sitting there with the frown face. Okay? You sit there and you just sulk. Okay? Because obviously I'm getting to you. You over there commenting. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you do. I love talking to Eagle fans. I love talking to my fan base, my supporters, my real ones. You obviously don't like that. It's cool. No one asked you to be here. You can always leave if you want to. There's the unsubscribe button. You don't even have to hit the unsubscribe button. You just can click off. It's that simple. But I appreciate you for commenting. You know what I'm saying? I hate Dan Staley with a passion. Josh Allen has a terrible game. And now Mac Jones is next time. I mean, listen, Dan Sileo is what he is, right? He has to have a platform based on if Jalen Hurts doesn't succeed, he's going to be there. But I'm going to tell you right now, Jalen Hurts is going to shut him up because he did tag Jalen Hurts, and I love it. Because if you were smart, you wouldn't tag a quarterback that you're talking bad about, especially Jalen Hurts. See, the media still hasn't learned. When you talk about Jalen Hurts, you motivate this kid. The way to not motivate him, you want him to play terrible. You want him to make you prove you wrong. Stop talking about him. But yeah, I love it. Because anyway you look at Jalen Hurts don't care about what Dan says. You think Dan Sileo has any effect on Jalen Hurts? No. Jalen Hurts is a new contract with the Eagles. And no one else feels the way Dan feels. Dan watched the highlights. I promise you he did. Because there's no way you sat on that couch You're telling me you waited all game to watch an Eagles game? You have other teams you can watch, and you chose to watch an Eagles game? So you can make a podcast tomorrow, and you already wrote down notes off the spot. You didn't even give the dude a second game. You already was ready to crucify him. Because you got embarrassed last year, dude. Because you found out that Jalen Hurts can read the defense. So now you have to say it one game because, he didn't look good. Too bad he didn't play all preseason game. Last year he played a preseason game. But you were criticizing him all. You were saying that he was a dual threat quarterback. You were talking about how he was going to be under the knife last year. Like, you enjoy that, Dan. And I don't get that type of people, man. They sick to me. You got fired for making racist comments. And yet you run around here like you're Mr. God over here. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not. You're embarrassing. So yeah, I don't like Dan Sileo, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really watch him. He's a clown, and it is what it is. His channel's gonna go down because he's not gonna have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll find something to talk about eventually. If people would stop listening to that bozo. Unfortunately, people are not going to stop listening to that bozo. Because he's everywhere on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He's everywhere on Twitter. He's everywhere on Twitter, man. He's everywhere on Instagram. I try to block him. I have him blocked. But I somehow get his notifications somehow. I don't know how. I have him and Jacob Media blocked. But I find a way to get his notification because he's everywhere. Because people keep on retweeting his stuff to me. You got Coast Cowboy talk about there. That's my guy. Of course it's your guy. He and you have the exact same knowledge of football. You both don't know what you're talking about. You both remind me of Cowboy fans. Of course he's your guy. He talked bad about our quarterback. Of course you like him until he talks about your quarterback. Because I don't know about you, but Dan doesn't like Dak Prescott. And then he's not your guy suddenly. But it's cool, man. Cowboy fans, listen, that was their Super Bowl versus the Giants. They run around here bragging about Dak. Dak wasn't even a factor in the game, man. The man didn't even do anything. He was a game manager. But they run around here like he was elite, bro. They're pathetic, dude. I don't even want to talk about them. They're pathetic. That's why no one respects them. That's why they're the worst fan base. In my opinion, the most annoying fan base in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You beat the Giants. Congratulations. So did we. The Giants are trash. I've been telling people this. I told Giant fans Daniel Jones have enough weapons. When they were running around here talking about Jalen Hyde. And I told Giant fans he wasn't that. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I don't? What did he do? Oh, no, y'all don't want to talk about that. Okay, all right. So we're just going to brush that under the rug? Okay, all right. He thinks he's King Tut. Yeah, he thinks he's something. He thinks he's something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that he be saying is crazy, man. And the funny thing is, there's a lot of Eagle fans there's a lot of Eagles media who actually go on his platform. And it's embarrassing, man. It really is. You got Mike Missinelli talking to him. Why? That's why I never liked Mike Missinelli. He always does this shit. I don't care about Mike Missinelli, but, if you don't agree with him, he's already tell you you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Dan Sileo's always been wrong. Everything he says out of his mouth is wrong. You know what I'm saying? This guy always repeats after everybody else. The only reason I said Jonathan Gannon was bad is because Philly 500 said that. But he was blaming Hassan Reddick earlier. He was blaming Jordan Davis earlier. You remember that? Because I do. He's still thinking Nakobe Dean's bad. How? The dude was leading tackles that Sunday. Again, watch the all-22. The dude was making tackles. You know what I'm saying? He finds a way to hate on certain plays, bro. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Again, it is what it is, man. Him and our altercation on Twitter, I sent a Twitter to Jacob Media about him. I blocked his ass. He came to look at the post. No. And again, man, it's embarrassing, man. You know, I wish sometimes that he wouldn't be on my, like, I get him on my notifications. Why? You know what I'm saying? I hear, I always watch his little shorts and just negative, man. He always has to talk about Jalen Hurts. The funny thing is, he's upset because Jalen Hurts shut his ass down last year. Everything he said about him was wrong. You call him a Wildcat quarterback. Why the last time I check, a Wildcat quarterback can't take you to a Super Bowl? So you're telling me a dude who can't read defense took me to a Super Bowl? So if Jalen Hurts can't read defense, and what is Josh Allen? Because he couldn't read the defense versus the Jets. Did you see that big, huge pass down the field right to the defender? Oh, okay, yeah, you forgot about that one, dude, right? You just want to sweep that under the rug. That dude was terrible yesterday. He is Carson Wentz Jr. I will say it again. Josh Allen is Carson Wentz Jr. He's a guy who makes the superhero plays, man, when they're not there. He hasn't been the same since Brian DeBall left. He is Carson Wentz Jr. Just with better receivers, that's all. But give it time. You're going to see the Bills moving on from him. Because if he number one is throwing these interceptions to costing the Bills games, yeah, they paid you. They also paid Carson Wentz, and they got out of that one. The Eagles got out of it. They can get out of Josh Allen if they want to. They were calling for Trey Lance. That show me that the Bills really don't have a lot of trust in Josh Allen. That they're a little skeptical that this guy is starting to cost them games. And he is. If you ask the Bills who would they rather have right now, I guarantee they'd rather have Jalen Hurts. You can say what you want, but Jalen Hurts took them to Eagles to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen hasn't. You ask the Bills, would you trade Josh Allen for Jalen Hurts? I guarantee they would say yes. We would do it. Because one of them took him to the Super Bowl. The other one can't. Because he throws a lot of hero balls. And that's something that gets a lot of quarterbacks in trouble. He run around here like he's Brett Favre. He's not Brett Favre. That's how you lose a job, man. You can get paid all you want. But teams can find a way to get out of your contract and find a way to get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? So again, he threw 4 picks and they want to brush that under the rug. And it's embarrassing, man. It's sad. You get so many quarterbacks who get virtual head, man. The Joe Burrow, he was horrible. Now his offensive line was horrible too. But now I don't want to hear that because guess what? Jalen Hurts' offensive line Sunday was horrible too. Nobody made excuse for him about his offensive line. All I hear is he's terrible, can't read the defense. So I don't want to hear about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was horrible, right? Even though his offensive line couldn't block for crap. Even though he's never had a good offensive line. But I don't want to hear that because if you want to do that to Jalen Hurts, then let's do it for every quarterback. Mahomes was horrible. He couldn't read the defense, right? Again, man, this goes back to pick your battles and pick it wisely. Because if you're going to do it for one quarter, you better do it for every one of them. It makes no sense, man. How can you say Jalen Hurts is a Wildcat quarterback? Just saying that's stupid. It makes no sense, man. And you retweeted it and you actually think that was a good idea to tweet. That's how I know you don't have brain cells. You didn't even think twice about doing it. You just posted it. Again, it is what we're off from Dan, so let's talk about more of the game. Again, man, I feel like the Eagles are going to take care of business Thursday. And I cannot wait, man, because I'm going to be back on live. Yeah, for the troll who told me, why you always on live? You talk about, yeah, I'm going to be back. Don't worry. I hope you're hearing it. I'm going to be back. So go ahead and pout because I'm going to be back. Because, again, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh and I'm going to sit there with a big grin. You're going to see me go like this. That's all you're going to see me do. And I'm going to laugh. Because it's funny that they will switch on him after one game. And you're going to see a lot of people give him virtual ed afterwards. And a lot of them are the same ones who are already saying he can't read the defense. Or does he look bad? But they don't blame the offensive line. You didn't see Lane Johnson get beat? Dude, dude, I mean, you have a screen TV, right? Don't you have don't you have a TV? Don't you have one of these? Don't you have one of these? So again, how can you not see that offensive line was getting absolutely embarrassed by the Patriots? And they will definitely get better, and I expect it. You know what I'm saying? I made a short saying Josh Allen looks like he plays like Carson Wentz, man. And if you're a Bills fan, man, you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But, they'll make excuse for Josh Allen. Who's playing for Bradbury? Josh Jobe, I believe. Josh Jobe. And Josh Jobe did very good on the All-22. I was looking at it. Josh Jobe did very good. He was doing a very good job and when Bradbury went down. I'm interested to see what Josh Jobe does, man. Because Josh Jobe is a guy that, he's known for big games. He's played in big games. He's from Alabama. So they play some top schools. They play some top receivers. So I know he's seen Justin Jefferson. I know he's seen Jordan Addison. I know he's seen all these guys. So I'm not worried about Josh Jobe. I'm not worried about this team, really. We just got to get better with the play calling. We got to get better with the defensive play calling a little bit. But I thought the front four did good. I thought the defense wasn't as bad. A lot of people complain about, we didn't blitz enough. Listen, we didn't really have to in that game against the Patriots because our front four was getting there. And that's the thing about Jalen Carter, man. He looks like a vet already. Everybody was talking about how Hargrave was going to be effective or was going to hurt us more. No, it doesn't. I didn't even hear Hargrave's name. How did he do with the 49ers? Did he do anything? I don't know. I'm asking for a 49er fan. Did he do anything? I think Jalen Carter already showed you that he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm excited. Jordan Davis coming along. Again, people were telling me that this guy can't be a pass rusher, well, he showed you he can. People don't want to give guys chances. They're quick to throw him out. They're quick to label him as a bust. You got to give it at least 3 to 4 years to say that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say a guy's a bust when the guy hasn't played all along. Jordan Davis didn't play that much. And when he did, he was effective. He was the best run stuffer defensive tackle on that team. People forgot how good he was. But, the thing that I'm really interested to see is the linebackers. I don't know how Nicholas Moore is going to be. If you want to see my biggest concern going to this game, it's going to be the linebackers. How are you going to stop these tight ends? Because we did struggle with them. We got 19 people in the chat. Hit that like button. Subscribe, man. We got 19 watching. 4 likes. Hit that like button. Appreciate it. What's good, Green Talons? What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Lord Brown said everyone's talking week 1, 2, 6. Listen, I was ranting on my podcast, right? And do I think I was overreacting a little bit? Yeah. But listen, that's how I'm wired. If you go back and you watch me all the time, I'm a guy that I'm all raw reaction. I don't write things down. I don't say things from a script or anything like that. I'm a guy that says something off my top of my head. It's just raw reaction with me, right? At the time, I was pissed off, right? Because I was expecting a beatdown by the Eagles. I expected us to blow the team out. And it didn't happen. But I'm not sitting there saying the season's over. There was some people already before we went saying, I don't think we can win that many games. Well, if you don't think, then don't watch. If you already know the answer, then why are you watching? I hate the negativity. I really do, man. It makes me upset, honestly. It's like, listen, we just went to a Super Bowl. We won a Super Bowl in 2017. We've been to the playoffs. Why aren't you happy? I can never understand the Eagle fans sitting there saying we have no chance. We have a chance just as much as any other team. I don't see anybody going against us. The only one I can see competing with us is the damn Lions. And again, I got to see how they do the second week. But if we take care of our business and we go out there and we show that dominance, we're for real. And I believe this offense is going to click on Thursday. I'm telling you right now. History always repeats. It never changes. Did the Vikings get better? Yeah, the receivers got better for sure. But we still got Darius Slay. And Darius Slay I believe is going to do the exact same thing he did last year. And I think if I'm Sean Asai, I'm looking at that film last year and I'm doing the exact same thing what I saw last year. Line Darius Slay up and let him go get Justin Jefferson. Let him play him. Let him cover him. Let him shadow him. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. NFL Reality Check, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm not overreacting over week 1, man. And if you overreact in week 1, then you're really not a fan from the beginning. Is there things that we need to clean up? Obviously, yes. But you ain't going to hear me say, oh, the season's over. Then don't watch. Sit there and suck your thumb and put your head under the covers like a little girl. And cry like a little baby. If you already know what's going to happen. If you're not, then shut up and watch the football game. Watch the Eagles dominate another season, man. Y'all quick to get, listen, there's a question with Brian Johnson, obviously, yeah. And I make jokes about it, Press Taylor, but I don't think he's Press Taylor. But again, I think the Eagles are definitely going to show on Thursday night that they're that team. And Jalen Hurts is going to shut everybody up because, again, Dan Salio tweeting that Jalen Hurts is the dumbest thing he can do. You gave the kid more fire. Congratulations, idiot. I hope it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? I hope it was worth it. I hope it helped your confidence. I hope it helped your platform when he's dropping nonstop bombs. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, I mean, these guys do anything for likes. They do anything for clicks. They will retweet things. You know what I'm saying? And they'll tweet things out there stupid. Just to get a reaction. And the funny thing is you're not going to get a reaction on Jalen. Jalen ain't going to say nothing. He's just going to see it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. NFL reality, no problem, man. Shit for coming on. Number 1 in the pocket is a mistake, I guess. Yeah. Listen, man. There's always going to be guys who just don't watch football. They freaking just watch the stats. They're like Elliot Short Parks with the freaking stats. And they don't watch the games. And they don't see with their own eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? They need to open up their eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? They need to do, they need to see an eye doctor because they either need contacts or they need eye focals or bifocals, excuse me. They need some glasses because I don't know how you can't see a quarterback who's gotten better each and every year. One bad game does not justify a quarterback. If that's the case, then tell Josh Allen that he can't read the defense. All these other quarterbacks were bad. The only quarterbacks that weren't bad was Jared Goff. And who else? Who was it bad? Maybe Brock Purdy? But the rest were struggling. Every one of them struggled somewhat. Even Mahomes struggled. So again, man, it's week by week. And if Jalen Hurts does the exact same thing, okay, then you can make a case. Listen, something's going on. But I'm never going to say he can't read defense. That's BS. I'm going to first look at the offense coordinator. Because if my quarterback's starting to not read the defense out of sudden, then there's 2 things happening. Number 1, you're not calling the right plays for him. Or your offense coordinator is not doing his job. Or number 2, something's going in Jalen Hurts' head that we don't know about. But I'm never going to say that because that's not true. Because I know the type of quarterback he is. Did you hear his press conference today? They asked him what things he needed to prove. He said, listen, we need to prove a lot. He knows what he needs to do. I feel comfortable paying him because he's that guy. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts at all, man. I know he's going to do his job. I know his offensive line is going to be ready. And we're going to go out there. We're going to show that we're a dominant football team. You might see a blowout this Thursday. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's no blowout the first game, it might be a blowout the second game. If the Eagles come out and they score, the game is over. And the keys to the game is simple. Do what you did last year. Put pressure on Kirk Cousins. He's going to throw picks. Now, obviously, you got to guard Addison. But their running game is not explosive. And their offensive line is going to be with backups and third stringers. We're going to terrorize them, man. I'm telling you right now, Kirk Cousins is not Mac Jones. He can't run. You know what I'm saying? And Kirk Cousins is in prime time. We're going to win the game. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. I'm excited for Thursday night, man. I'm super. I wish it was today. I wish it was tonight, man. Cause I really wanna show all these haters up, man. I really want to sit there and say, I told you so. But I'm going to be the first one to tell you on Thursday when we do win. I told you so. I told you so. That Jalen Hurts hat just was a little off. Because I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to come in there and he's going to be ready to go. He knows what he needs to do. I believe in Nick Sirianni. I know what the type of coach he is. We got a coaching staff that will put these guys in the right positions. I expect Swift to get the ball, man. I'm excited for it, man. I really am. Because guess what? This is a game where I saw last year where we took off. And you saw how dominant we became after that game. History repeats itself. The Vikings are coming off an L, though. That's cool. We'll make them own 2. They ain't going to walk into Philadelphia, our home opener, and get a W. That's not happening. They should have had that W versus Baker Mayfield. They blew that opportunity. We should not care about the Vikings' feelings, man. Go out there and put your foot on their necks. Listen, I'm telling you right now. They're going to be 0-2 by Thursday night, man. We're going to take care of business. And we're not. It's going to be because of, again, what I always say. Mental mistakes. Critical, mistakes. The fumbling or either, or the defense didn't do its job. But again, I feel confident in this coaching staff because I see how they react in their body language. And I know they're going to do the right thing. If they're not, you're going to see me rant. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to support this team, but if I have a problem with a certain thing, I'm going to say it. It is what it is. What else? Dan Siller's a fucking dummy. He's a clown, man. I don't even want to talk about Bull anymore. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Number 1 in the pocket is a mistake I get. Yeah, I never jumped ship. I always been. I'm not saying you did. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people on Twitter who do that, and there's some people on YouTube who does it. You know what I'm saying? And not even the ones that are well known. They're little tiny ones, or the ones with the big platforms that. But I seen it. I see it. I'm not gonna say no names because again, I don't do that. But if you know who you are, you know who you are. But it's not the ones I watch. If I don't watch you, then I'll rock with you. But usually I go to your channel and I know if I'm watching you. So if I'm watching you, then and I put in the comment and say what's up, go Eagles, then it's not you. So if I didn't do that, then it probably is you. You know what I'm saying? And you probably need to look yourself in the mirror and say, why am I giving up after one game? Or why am I making fake titles and saying that did Jalen Hurts quote, did Jalen Hurts regress? It's one game. You know what I'm saying? It's one game. Are we serious right now? One game and we already talk about him regressing? Come on, man. Are we serious, dude? Get a clue. Seriously. It's one game. We run around here like dude, lost the game. He won, didn't he? It might not have been pretty, but did he win? Did he win the game? Because we run around here like we lost. Yeah, it felt like a loss, but we won, though. We're 1-0. We have a chance to be 2-0 tomorrow night. And I can't wait, because we will be. I'm not worried about the Vikings, man. You know what I'm saying? Not worried about them. If we do our part, we'll beat them. We'll beat any team if we do our part. We're the best team in football. I truly believe it. I truly believe we're the best team in the NFL. We're one of those teams. You know what I'm saying? The Giants are fucking... the Giants stink, dude. Listen, I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if the Cardinals get their first win against the Giants. Do not be surprised if Daniel Jones loses to Jonathan Gannon and the Cardinals. Now, do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think so. Because I don't think the Giants are that bad as the Cardinals. But the Cardinals played competent football against the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? They looked good on that. They were playing hard for Gannon. But again, man, the Giants, I mean, they're coming off a beatdown. So they got to get their stuff together because to me, it looked like the whole team quit on them. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is why I said to all these Giant fans, when you were laughing in the offseason, when you were clowning the Eagle fans, when you sitting there talking about where the season was done, Daniel Jones the best quarterback. This is why you shut up and just watch the game week 1. Because again, you ran your mouth and look at you. Everybody who had the courage to say we're going to sweep the Eagles or the Eagles are done or we're the best team or Daniel Jones is going to prove everybody wrong, they look like fools. Half of the Giant consecrators are already drinking a whole gallon of Jack Daniels. The Jack Daniels has been, nearly finished because they are literally drinking themselves to death because how putrid that team was on Sunday night. And you gave these Cowboy fans something to talk about. Listen, I wish it was a tie, dude. Because now you got these Cowboy fans running around to, but Dak's elite. Dak didn't do nothing. Your defense did. And I can't wait because guess what? They did this last year. Look how many times they were winning games. And what happened? They ran into us, right? So yeah, they run around here with Jalen Hurts, a bum, this, that. Okay, all right. Y'all weren't saying that after when we did to y'all. Y'all better save that same energy. Because guess what? Your defense is not going to fool us. We're not the damn Giants. We know how to stop Michael Parsons. We can do it again, and we will do it again. We didn't lose our head coach, man. So we know how to game plan against Michael Parsons. We did it before. We'll do it again. We're not the damn Giants. I don't know who these Cowboy fans think they are, but last time I checked, we were in the NFC Championship game. Y'all weren't. We were in the Super Bowl a while ago. In 2017, we won a Lombardi Trophy. And we embarrassed y'all in Philadelphia last year. Whether you want to say Cooper Rush or not, y'all said that same defense was elite until you walked into Philadelphia and what happened. And see, funny thing is they're not going to do that when we beat them. They're going to sit there and say, well, you didn't do this and Dak wasn't healthy. I ain't trying to hear the excuses this year. Like I said, save it. I don't want to hear excuses this year. So if you have something to say that's not an excuse, then say it. If it's an excuse, keep that in your head. I told you from the offseason, I don't want to hear excuses this year. Because the NFL told me we have a number 1 tough schedule. And that's what I'm going to go for. Whether I think it's true or not, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I want the Cowboys to keep that same. I hope they win every game until they run to us. I hope they beat every team and they blow up every team. They're going to beat the Jets. I expect that. I hope they win every game until they first us and then we smack them into reality. Because we're not the damn Giants. I want to remind you that. We don't have Daniel Jones. Y'all can do that to the Giants, but you won't do that to us. We might do it to y'all, but you ain't going to do that to us. We shut out the Giants already before. Y'all have to run around here like y'all done something special. We shut them out 24-0 at one time. With Sam Bradford. With Nolan Carroll. And Eli Manning was the quarterback. And they still had Odell Beckham Jr. at the time, I believe. So sit down. You run around here talking about you shut out. So did we. We shut them out too. Every team has shut out the Giants so far. The Giants stink. They get worse, not better. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, man, these guys run around here. They clowns, man. I can't wait to embarrass these Cowboy fans, man. I can't wait to embarrass their team, man. I cannot wait to play them. And when do we play them? Hold on, let me see. When do we play them? We play them on Sunday at 4:25, 11/5. So we play. It's coming, man. Their time's coming, bro. They might even go on a winning streak. They might lose to the Jets. You never know. Probably not. I don't think Zach Wilson's good. Sorry, I was a little off, disconnected. Hit that like button, subscribe. Appreciate it for coming on, man. And again, man, like I'm excited for this football team tomorrow. It's going to be fun. I'm definitely going to enjoy this W. And I cannot wait to laugh at every idiot who said Jalen Hurts getting ready defense. I'm sitting there just licking my chops ready to go. I know Jalen is. That Eagles defense ready to go. You best believe it. It's a home opener. We're going to make some noise. I can't wait to hear the fans through my TV. I wish I could go to the game, but they're expensive. You know what I'm saying? They're expensive plus the yeah. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I hope anybody goes to that tailgate tomorrow have a great time. Be loud. Be crazy. Not too crazy though. You know what I'm saying? But just have a good time. Because guess what? This is going to be a fun year, ladies and gentlemen. We have a chance to do what no other team has done, and that is get back to a Super Bowl. It's only been done, I believe, one time. One time, I believe. I don't think it's ever been done since they lost one. I don't know. When's the last time someone lost a Super Bowl and got back? Maybe no, not even Seattle. The Broncos, maybe, because I know they lost to Seattle, and then they beat the Panthers, or the Panthers they beat the Panthers. So no, every time a team has lost a Super, they haven't gone back. So we have a chance to do what no other team has done. You know, I don't think it's ever been done. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I think that we have a chance to do it. And guess what? It's time to rewrite the history books. It's time to rewrite the NFL history books and be the first team to do what no other team does. But first thing we gotta do is take care of business. We gotta win these regular season games and we gotta win these playoff games. But the first thing first is to beat the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson. I need my cornerback, my number one corner, Darius Slay, big play Slay on him. Let him shadow him. I better not see that dude 15 yards off the freaking ball. And I know Sean Desai's looking at the tape from last year. I need to see the exact same thing. Let him shadow him, man. Let him go lock him down and push Josh Jobe on Addison, man. I'm comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? And put pressure on Kirk Cousins. Like I said, you put pressure on Kirk Cousins. The game is already over. It's going to get out of hand. Because Kirk Cousins does not have the Dalvin Cook. So the keys of the game is to beat Minnesota is to put pressure on Kirk Cousins. And our defense I believe, is going to get there. I truly believe their offensive line is not ready. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, those boys, they're going to be eating tomorrow. I can't wait, man. I can't wait, bro. I'm excited, man. Y'all have a great day. And yeah, man. Flag was fly. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy whoever's going to the game. Like I said, enjoy it. And I'll see you back soon.